Alright everybody, this is Refresh. I am 1 and 2 with this speed cycling deck. It's like half speed deck, half cycling deck. Not, doing either thing especially well, which is why I think I'm 1 and 2. I was also kind of unlucky. It happens. Sometimes I get lucky too. The one that I won was just because I got lucky as well, so maybe this is not my strongest deck. But we're going to see if we can score a couple more wins, finish a quest or two, and get out of this alive. Or dead. I mean, not literally dead, but, dead in Magic, because my life total got reduced to 0. Here we go. Let's see who our first opponent of the day is. We're being matched down against Jace. I'm 1 and 2. Being matched down kind of makes sense here. We have our colors. It's kind of slow because I only have 3 drops, but I think I keep this. My opponent's going first, so it does not look good for me. They're going first, and they have a 1 drop, so it looks really bad for me. Here, I think Surveyor on 3 probably makes... The Mutant Surveyor on 3 probably makes the most sense because it's the most likely to block their Dynamite Driver. And this is more of a... Oh shoot, they're 1 and 2? Okay, that looks really bad. Alright, well... okay, we got our own Specialist, so that'll help slow down the assault for a minute. Do I want to attack? I think I'm gonna block. Because, yeah, taking 3 for 2 damage is probably not worth it. I'll trade my Specialist for their Specialist. If they have removal, then I'm dying to the aggro here, but we'll see. Oh, whoa. They have like a lot of the same cards. Okay, we'll take this block. Okay, here we go. Now on 3, we're gonna play our Surveyor. And then this should blunt their assault. I don't know. Maybe they'll still have the assault. We'll see. If they attack, then they probably have something. Oh, they have a hazard. Okay, well, that's got to go. I need to kill that down. Okay, well, that's on 7. I think I just shoot it now, right? While they're untapped. While they're tapped out and they don't have anything else that they can do. I gotta kill the thing that's bigger than all my creatures. And then I can hold out for a little bit longer. We'll have our own Magmakin Artillerist going soon. We'll probably play this next, actually. Unless I have some sort of discard effect that this can benefit from. Oh wow! They are facing a similar deck here. But they have better cards than me. And way better on their... that's going to grow very large. Way better on their end there. So we'll go ahead and play our biggest card. Because we can't play 2 anyways, so we might as well play the one that's biggest. And then, offer this as a double block against the Greenbelt Guardian, I think is probably where we're at here. We're on the defense. We started going second, so obviously this is where we need to be, being on the defense. We still have 3 cards to their 2. And we didn't miss a land there. So looks like they're gonna start pumping out their Marauding Mako. Since they did discard, I think I am on team, maybe take it. Well, they're not gonna swing. Yeah, I didn't think so. That seems like a very bad place to swing to. Here, we don't really have a good attack, so I think we just play our 2 cards and then, shore up our defenses. Make sure that there's not a, good clean way for them to punch through here. Looks like they might have some sort of removal. We'll see. Some sort of bite effect. We'll see. We'll hold. I definitely want to get rid of that Marauding Mako before it gets too big. They got their 5th land. And then they have the Boom Scholar, so that's going to make this really strong. It's annoying. I don't think they're going to trade it for one of my bigger, fatter creatures, so yeah. Okay. Shooting the Boom Scholar seems a pretty good thing, or the Marauding Mako. I guess I can hold this and see what's going to happen. The Surveyor's going to keep everything on a lockdown for now because I have so much open mana. So I think we can just hold out for just a little bit longer. Nothing else has exhaust, right? Yeah, nothing else has exhaust except for the Boom Scholar. So we're not in like a terrible place here, and we can see what we need to shoot. If they're discarding like to the Mako, obviously, then I can shoot the Mako. Okay, gaining a life is fine. So we're kind of, I think we're just staring at each other right now, is what I expect to be happening, especially because the mutant surveyor can grow so big. Okay, well, let's see. Do they have mana open, they have one card. That might be the pump spell, the mass pump spell. I feel like I'm okay with throwing the mutant surveyor under the bus to for the bestow thing, because it's, you know, I'm gonna eat some damage from this, but this will they're gonna trample over. Yeah, they're giving themselves trample, sure. Okay, then I'm gonna pump. And pump. Now this makes me think that they might not have that the bestow greatness, because they cast, but they didn't have it. Okay, they didn't have it after all. So the reason why I think they might not have had the bestow greatness, and this is what I suspected that they had, is because they gave it trample overall, but I think that was a feint to make me think that they didn't have it. Obviously things could have worked out a little better for me, but this is where we're at. Let's see. Shooting this is fine. I think we just can't play this out right now. Carrying cruiser. We'll grab a creature. And then we have another potential blocker here. Do I want the Necker Regent? Do I need boots on the ground right now, like with a 2-drop, with the Prowcatcher Specialist, or Mutant Surveyor as another like consistent regular blocker, or do I want like long-term potential with the Necro Regent? I think I'm on Team Mutant Surveyor. This has good deterrent power. It does mean that I'm locked out of my Lightning Strike, but I think it's going to be better for me than this 2/1 that I do need to exhaust to turn into anything. This will help hold the ground for just a little bit longer. Okay. No attacks. Again, this can get bigger than their Green Belt Guardian. As you can see, it was a threat that they had to overcome with a removal spell. Okay, yeah, sure. It's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I can still take them down pretty easily. So I don't think that they're inclined to attack here. Oh, they're pushing with everything. Interesting. They don't have anything. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to crew this, probably with my 1/4. Yeah. Because this is not useful to me anymore. Okay. And then I need to get rid of their Greenbelt Guardian. So we're going to push 2 things into it. We'll probably lose this in the process. We'll take 5 from the Boom Scholar. And then we'll eat... Let's see. I think we're just going to... just bounce this one. We're going to be taking 6 damage, which isn't great, but I mean, my opponent doesn't have any resources after this. This is where I maybe wanted to keep the Lightning Strike up to prevent them from shooting me with the Boom Scholar. They did get to max speed, but they don't really benefit. I guess they're gonna do that with max speed. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to do them any good right now. So, go back to me. Okay. That's not ideal. I'm not in a great position right now. I can swing, but I need to keep this up. I can bite a lot of things, so I think we're just going to hold here. Yeah, this is still a not too bad place. So the reason I'm playing out all my lands here, and even though I have some discard effects that will make me want to hold on to those lands in the future, is because that makes my Mutant Surveyor able to overcome whatever they play, right? And so that's what I'm looking at here. If they play another exhaust creature, I have the Lightning Strike to blow it up. Well, if it's on the smaller side. They're probably going to hold, that's my guess. Yeah. We'll go to my turn. Alright, I can get rid of the big threat. So I have 2 things that are instant speed, and I think I will use at least one of them to blow up their Boom Scholar on their following turn, but I don't think there's any reason to do that right now, because I don't know what they have and what they're holding a mana for. I I am on the back foot in some sense, but I have answers, and I know that I have them, which helps me to feel a little bit more confident with the position that I'm in. And so I'm just going to hold here. They can't really attack into my Mutant Surveyor because it can get huge here. And they don't know that I'm going to just be able to murder their creatures. I could be holding lands for all they know. So that is currently the plan here. We're just waiting to see what they do. There's no way they're going to kick off celebrations. Okay. And I have answers, like, so yeah, they're just gonna hold. That makes sense. I think I kill the Boom Scholar right now, just because it's kind of in my way. It's a big body that's not that's gonna be able to tackle with the Mutant Surveyor, which I don't like, obviously. And now I'm in a much better position to attack with the Mutant Surveyor. Now I have a Lightning Strike if I need it. I still have that. And we can start turning the wheel here and then attack with the Mutant Surveyor now. I don't know. Let's see. I have 5, 6, 7, 8. So I don't need to play this one now, and I'm not going to because I definitely want to preserve my capacity for damage, for surprise damage. I'm gonna pump a couple times though. Like they didn't block. I have some mana left over. So I'm gonna use 2 of them. I want to preserve my, because they have red and they have the capacity to bite or to do a lightning strike effect on the Mutant Surveyor. So here I'm gonna hold on and then keep 4 mana open to be able to keep my lightning strike open, and also to be able to pump this past out of their own lightning strike range should they have that. If they have that crash and burn card, then you know I'm like in trouble, but hopefully we are not in trouble. We'll see. And then we have ways of using the carrying cruiser if we need to, Goblin Surveyor and the Artillerist. Lots of defensive options here. We're going to hold this land because we don't need them to know that I have nothing. They also have 2 cards. They've been holding something, but they didn't use it, so I'm not sure what that's for. Okay, that's not good. So, oh, they don't have any. Do they have anything? Okay, so they just spent 7 mana on nothing. Alright, they're a bronze player for a reason. They're probably new. They don't understand that this is not going to get anything back from their graveyard. So, yeah, that's a shame scoop sort of position that they're in. I'm not going to shoot the Dynamite Diver with the Lightning Strike because it's so small beans compared to everything else I have going right now. And I sort of control the board as it is. So I think that they're now looking. Well, they're not actually looking at the card right now, but if they're probably trying to figure out what just happened. And this is what I was considering doing with my deck, but I just didn't have the right number of vehicles and mounts in my deck in order to pull this off. I think I would want like, I don't know, 10 and a lot of cycling, and so that I can just bring them all back and just smash. It doesn't give them evasion though, so like there is like a weird trade-off there. But yeah, it feels bad to get to 7, play that, and have nothing happen. And the kickoff celebration is not really helping them that much either, and they don't have good attacks, so you know, all sorts of bad stuff happening here. So we'll see. Maybe they're just so shamefaced that they're gonna rope out. In which case, we're just sitting here watching them rope. I'm pretty sure I finished one of my quests, so I'm gonna be okay. If I have to keep going past 2 o'clock. It is late though. I did take a mid-afternoon nap. Unfortunately, I wasn't intending on doing it, but I was so tired, and I laid down for like, just lay down my head for like a minute, and then I just instantly passed out. So this is one of the reasons why I'm awake right now. I should be asleep. I should go to sleep soon. There's a lot I wanted to do tonight. I wanted to shoot another video for the channel with the... Why does it say Blood of Titans on my thing? Hold on, let me fix this while I'm waiting for my opponent to finish. There. Finish getting through their assault rope. That's what they're doing, right? Yeah, it seems like assault rope. I'm just giving up, passing all their turns, and then it'll be my turn. They still have a card in their hand, so they must have something, right? That's my guess. But clearly, this is not working the way that that card that they just played that thought was a win the game moment doesn't do what they thought it did. Oh, and they're dead by by rope suicide, I guess. Not an amazing way to win. I would have rather had played this thing out because they had a lot of life. It's not like they're going to lose, but maybe they're so humiliated by their by their misreading of the card that they had to be out on that one. Okay, and then we're going to stop here and open some packs because we finished our quest. Let's see here. Alright, well, that's not packs. Here are packs. Alright, let's see. Duskmorn pack gets us this stuff. Of these, reluctant role model. Look, this, I think the survival mechanic was not very strong, and I certainly wouldn't be taking the Defiant Survivor first. But I think that with the reluctant role model, there's just enough going on here. That if I can get this through, I can give it flying. If I can give it flying, then I can give it +1. If I can give it +1, there's a lot of things that I could do. And if it dies, at least the work that I've done to build this thing up isn't wasted. Is it better than the rest of the cards? I think so. I don't really think any of the rest of these cards, except for Moldering Gem, really offer much of a contest towards Reluctant Role Model, which I think is the strongest card. And I think it will get there. It's probably the pick here, but it's not like the strongest pack. Like, I do remember White-Green Survival being the worst of the archetypes that I was playing in this format. And so I don't love this pack. There may be an argument to take a Moldering Gem just because Survival is such a weak archetype or mechanic for Limited. But yeah, that's that. We got Foundations now. What do we have here? We have Day of Judgment. Yeah, I'll take Day of Judgment. Look, there's Spectral Sailor's good. Llanowar Elves is really good. I found Felidar Savior to be really good here. But if I had to choose a card here, Day of Judgment is exactly the kind of balancing effect that you can use. And it's a rare, so your opponent can't really play around it in a Premier draft, at least in a best of one. And so it has the capacity to turn the tables on the game, that in a way that neither Spectral Sailor nor Llanowar Elves does, and same with Felidar Savior, and so that is why I would pick it first. But if you picked one of these two other cards because you like their archetype or the way their playstyle better, then I wouldn't like hold it against you. But yeah, Day of Judgment is the pick for me. 4 mana Wrath, great. Then we have the Aetherdrift pack. Let's see, Captain Howler, Sea Scourge. So in this pack, I think there are a number of reasonable cards here. I find the Veilheart Bike to be a decent card, as well as Grimbauble. Mutant Surveyor is better than it might seem, and it's probably the best of the Surveyors that I've found, just because that ability to pump gives it a lot more range than any of the other Surveyor cards. Like Glitchko Surveyor, I wouldn't take that first, for sure. So, if I had to take a common, it's going to be the Mutant Surveyor or the Grimbauble. I'd probably take the Grimbauble first, just because it kills a thing, usually, or often, and sometimes you can do it after combat to kill a thing that, your opponent thought that they were bouncing or whatever. So that might be the pick here. I don't think I would take Diversion Unit first, because I found that the Artifacts deck is a little bit on the weaker side, and this ability, I've actually never seen a place to use it, because your opponent can see it. And so it really just acts as a tax on your opponent's instants and sorceries. Because as long as you keep Blue Man up, you tax your opponent and keep them from casting it. But when they want to cast it, they will pay the 3 and they will do it. So the real question is Grimbauble better than Captain Howler Sea Scourge? I've never played Captain Howler Sea Scourge. I really, the deck that I'm playing right now is the discard deck. This would be the best card to fit into that deck. I have been punched in the face quite a bit by Captain Howler due to his ability, and the card draw off of it is pretty good. Is it good enough though to take over a reliable 1 mana removal spell? I think the responsible pick, because the discard deck is so dependent on uncommons, is to take Grimbauble. But I played a lot of black decks, so I would take the Captain Howler Sea Scourge in this pack. But I think that the responsible pick is probably Grimbauble. Maybe Veilheart Pike if you really prefer green. And that's going to be it for me. Let me know what you thought about the game in the comments below. If you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. If you'd like to see more of my streams, you can hit subscribe. This is Refresh. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Good night.